Hello everyone, good morning. So today we are going to start our new chapter, that is chapter 2, whole numbers. Before starting off, let me just give you the key objectives of today's video. That is, whatever the things that I'm going to cover, I have to discuss with you first. So without wasting any time, let's get into it. So these are the objectives that we have to cover in this particular video. First of all, whole number definition. Next point is that symbol used to denote whole number, like that is we use which abbreviation that we use for that is basically I dot E dot, right? So for whole number, what is that symbol that we can use so that people can understand that we are actually using whole number. Next point is that why whole number is called whole number. Let me just tell you, this is my own intuition, own perception. I'm just sharing with you all. This is not at all certified. I don't know basically this reasoning is certified or not. This basically is has been proven or not, that I don't know, but that is my intuition that I'm sharing with you all. Next point is successor and predecessor. Next, some exercise of 2A, that some questions I'm going to solve, and then home tasks that you have to do in your home, the summary part. So these are the objectives that we have to cover in this particular video. So let's just discuss one by one. So without wasting any time, let's start. What is whole number? Whole number is nothing but the number which starts from 0 and ends up to infinity. So the number which starts from 0, then 1, 2, then all the natural numbers are coming into the place, like 1, 2, 3, 4, dot dot dot, and it will go on, it will not stop. So basically the difference between natural number is what? Natural number which starts from 1 and ends up to infinity, and the difference between whole number and natural number is very minute. The difference is that in whole number 0 is basically included. So the thing is that the next point is that what is that symbol that we use for whole number? That is basically W. That is basically W. Like that we are using, right? So this is that symbol that we use for whole number. W is the letter that we use for whole number. The next thing is that why this whole number is called whole number. Basically, let's just first forget that whole number point of view. Let's just discuss about natural numbers. Why natural numbers is called natural number? That is also my own intuition. Natural number is called natural number because the numbers which we use in our daily life. Let's say when we want to know the time, let's say right now it's 9:40, let's say 9:40 a.m. So we use what type of numbers? 9 and 40. These are all natural numbers that we use in our day-to-day life. For example, how many steps that we use that we are walking in day-to-day life. So let's say some of you may walk for 10,000 steps, some of may walk for 2,000 steps. So what is that number? That is basically natural number. So if you want to calculate your distance from your home distance to Don Bosco School's distance, then it may be, let's say 10 kilometer is there. So what is that 10 kilometer? That is basically natural number that we use in our day-to-day life. So for that reason, that I think natural number is called natural number because it is using in our day-to-day life. But whole number, but in case of whole number, if I say like, some days we cannot do anything, right? The productivity is total 0. So at that time we are using that 0 in our day-to-day life as well. So for that reason, it actually completes the cycle of our life. For some days we are doing something, and for some days we are not doing anything. So that anything that we are not doing anything and we are doing something, that actually completes our life. So for that reason, I think that whole number is called whole number. That 0 is included in that series of natural number, and it is basically created a new set of numbers that is called whole number. That is my own intuition. It is not at all valid or not, that I don't know actually, that I have not searched, right? But you can tell me that my intuition or my perception is right or wrong. You just research on your own and tell me in my next Zoom class as well. So far we have understood about whole numbers. Whole number is nothing but the number which starts from 0 and ends up to infinity. Now the next topic is that predecessor and successor. These are the two terms that we are getting in our book, right? So predecessor is nothing but the previous number, and successor is the next number that is coming. So for example, if I say 1 is there, So before 1, what is that number? That is 0. And after 1, what is that number? That is 2. So if I asked you about what is the predecessor of 1, so predecessor of 1 is basically 0. And if I ask you that what is the successor of 1, so that is basically 2. Thus you have to add or subtract 1 from each of from the original question. If successor is there, then we have to add 1, and if predecessor is there, we have to subtract 1 from that given number. So that is the concept of predecessor and successor. So now in our book we have exercise 2a. So 2a has one question, that is exercise 2a, question number 1. Which is the smallest whole number? Which is the smallest whole number? So what is your answer? The number which starts from 0 and ends up to infinity. So definitely the number which is at the beginning, that will be our answer, because it will be the smallest number among all such numbers. So that is the answer. What is it? Basically 0. So 0 is the answer of question number 1. Right? All right. So the next question is that write next 3 whole numbers after 90999. Let me just write the question. So that is the question number 2. Basically write 3 whole numbers after 90999. So 3 whole numbers is nothing big deal for us, because we know that in whole number it will go on, it will not stop. The numbers will not stop at any point of time. So the next 3 numbers will be what? The first number, let's say, solution, just write down like this. First number is 90999 plus 1. So that is basically 91000, right? Second number is, the second number will be add up with that particular number that we have just found it out. So that is basically 91001. And the third number is 91001 plus 1, that is basically 91002. So that is the answer for question number 2. So let's just jump into question number 5. What is question number 5? Write the successor. So successor means what? Basically we have to add 1 to that particular number. What is the question that is given, right? So the successor is successor of 255801 basically is 2550,802. Like that way, what is the answer for this? 815910. Basically we have to add 1 with that particular number. So that is the answer for question number 5, 1 and 6. So now let's just jump into question number 9. What is question number 9? Write the whole numbers between 99,999 and basically 1,04,000. So we have to write the whole numbers basically. So it will start from the next number, that is basically the successor of 99,999, and it will end at which point or which number it will end up in the predecessor of this particular number, that is 1,04,000. So what is the first number? First number is basically 1,00,000. The next number is 1,01,000. Third number is 1,02,000, and the fourth number is 1,03,000. So it will end up to 3, because the question is between these two. So we cannot include 99,999 and 1,04,000. So that is the answer for exercise 2a, question number 9. Alright, so we are just coming towards the end of this particular video. So what is the last question of today's session is basically which of the following statements are true and false. That is, we have to find out. So first question is that 0 is the smallest whole number. Is it true or false? No need to tell anything. It will be what? It is basically true. So the next question, question number 5, the smallest 6-digit number is the successor of largest 5-digit number. So this question is a little bit tricky. So first of all, let me just draw this figure. That is, what is that smallest 6-digit number? The smallest 6-digit number will be 0 0 0 0 0. So how many zeros are there? 5 and then 1. So that is the smallest 6-digit number, and the largest 5-digit number is basically 9 9 9 9 and 9. So it is basically the largest 5-digit number. So if I add, the question is that the smallest 6-digit number is the successor. What do you mean by successor? Successor, it means the next number is the successor of the largest 5-digit number. So what is the largest 5-digit number? That is 99,999. And if I add 1 with this particular number, so what will be the result? The result is basically 1 lakh. So the statement is absolutely true that the smallest 6-digit number is the successor of the largest 5-digit number. So this will be the sign. So let me just go, jump into question number 8. Question number 8 is, if A and B are whole numbers, it has not been defined that whether it is 2, 3, 4, 5, 0 or whatever it is. The question is that A and B, that is arbitrary number, we can represent A with with 2, 3, 4, whatever you want to point it out in that particular number. So if A and B are the whole number such that B is greater than A. So let's say, let me just take one example, that is, let's say 3 is greater than 2. So let's say if A is 2 and B is 3, then 3 is greater than 2. It is applicable or not? Definitely it is applicable. So then A plus 1 is less than, basically this is the sign of less than B plus 1. So let's say A is basically 2 and B is basically 3. So A plus 1 is basically what? 3, and B plus 1 is basically what? 4. So they have given you the relation that A plus 1 is less than 4. Is it true or false? Definitely it is true, because 3 is less than 4. So the statement is absolutely true. Last but not the least, question number 10. The whole number 1 has 0 as its predecessor. So what do you mean by predecessor? The previous number. So the whole number 1 has 0 as its predecessor. It is true or false? Definitely it is true. So these are all the questions that I have solved in exercise 2A. Whatever the question remains, that is your task that you have to do in your home. Basically in your classwork or homework, whatever you want to do. The thing is that if you are getting some confusions, that you just note it down in your copy, and when the Zoom class will going on, when the Zoom class will be arranged for you, you just ask me or any other teachers of mathematics that I have that particular doubt, kindly solve it out. So this is the end of this particular session. I hope you have liked it, and if you like it, so stay connected, because it is very much important. Stay attentive so that we can make your doubts vanishable, basically. So thank you and have a nice day.